How's your dating going? Miss Married at First Sight? Divorced at first sight. Oh, gosh.
In the dustbin, in the trash.
In the trash.
Yeah, that's done with.
Okay.
Now I'm back to being a real misandrist. Like, if you thought I was a misandrist before, think again.
You're getting the I Hate Men books. There are books like that, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll send you one that I
Okay.
saw. Okay, so now you're in your proper misandrist era.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
how's that going? How are you feeling about everything? Like
what?
are you okay?
Everybody and welcome. This is the Coffee with Jay. I hope you guys are doing great. Now, I hope you guys still remember the couple from Married at First Sight, Mzansi, Dee and Khutso. These two have divorced, and I don't want to lie to you guys. I feel like that actually took long. This couple was just not a match. There was just something that was very dysfunctional about those two. The energies were very different. They were very different. Khutso was a walking red flag. This guy had no interest in Dee. He disrespected her so many times on the show. I remember when he said that her body was just not what he wanted, and he would have wanted someone with some curves, with, a big butt and all of that. And so he was merely just settling with her. And guys, you don't want to be with someone who's just settling with you. Clearly, he had a toned body. She was very muscular. You could see that she's a girl who spends time in the gym, and it was not what Khutso wanted. Khutso wanted a girl who would spend time in the gym but was not muscular. A girl with a big butt, hips, boobs. Dee did not have any of that. And intellectually, they were also on different levels as well. It was just a very big mismatch. And them trying to force that marriage there on Instagram, it was very, very cringy. It does not come as a surprise at all.
You tired? I'm tired. Okay, let me tell you about international trade and how they make the payments. Right? So there's multiple parties. Are you listening?
International trade and all that.
Don't lean back like that, dog. How they make the payment? There's multiple parties, right? Mm-hmm. So there's the buyer, who is the importer, and the seller, who is the exporter. Mm-hmm. Then there's going to be banks involved, right? Mm-hmm. From the buyer's side, or the buyer's the applicant, he makes an application to the bank for credit. Mm-hmm. Then the seller is the beneficiary. Mm-hmm. So on the buyer's side, his bank is called the issuing bank because they issue the credit, right? Mm-hmm. And then on the seller's side, there's a few other banks. So now I'm talking about letter of credit. This is the type of payment that can happen in international trade, right? There's many others like open account, payment in advance, but we're not going to talk about that. We're just talking about letter of credit or documentary credit. Okay. So the buyer will go to a bank and apply for credit, right? And then the bank will say, okay, cool, sharp. Then there are documents in trading internationally, right? Like the transport documents, insurance documents, whatever. Then the issuing bank, which is the one that's giving the buyer the money, will nominate a bank on the seller's side to collect the documents from the seller, because he's the one bringing them that side, like to South Africa, for example. Then that bank is called the advising bank. So the advising bank will...
Which bank is the advising bank?
On the seller's side.
Okay.
Like in Germany, let's say in Germany.
Yeah, let's say South Africa is the exporter.
No.
Okay,
South Africa is the importer.
No. Let's say the buyer is in Germany, right?
No. I can't do it like that.
No. That's how you need to do it.
Okay. The buyer is in Germany.
Yeah.
I'm exporting.
And then you're exporting to Germany. You're in South Africa.
No,
And
no, no,
then-
no. Let me tell you why it can't work like that.
Why?
Because we're talking about South African law.
Are you okay? As a South African, are you the buyer or the
Yes,
seller?
I'm the buyer. I'm the importer.
Okay, so you initiated everything.
Yes.
Okay, so you are the initiator. Germany is your seller. Okay.
Yes, Germany is the seller.
So
They
we're
the
flipping things.
exporter.
Okay.
Okay. I can't. It doesn't make sense for me the other way. Obviously, it
Well,
can be the other way around.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Okay.
it's just
Let's
stupid
work
like
with
this.
your scenario. Okay.
Okay, so on the seller side, there's gonna be the bank that the issuing bank in South Africa is going to nominate an advising bank to say to the seller that, okay, this credit is legit, right? Then once they've confirmed with the seller that the credit is legit, the seller's like, okay, cool, here are the papers. Then that bank on Germany's side needs to pay the seller. Then the issuing bank needs to reimburse that other bank. But there's no legal relationship between the seller and the bank in Germany.
Okay.
He, the bank in Germany, is only paying the seller because he has to stick to his contractual obligations that he has with the issuing bank.
Okay. So the contract is
It's between
the
the banks.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then the guy in Germany is not linked to the bank. There's no contract with the bank. Does he have a contract with you or the bank in South Africa?
He has a contract with me, the buyer.
The buyer. Okay.
So, okay, so we've done that. Then, once now the issuing bank has paid the other bank, the nominated bank,
Yeah.
me, the buyer, I have to pay,
The bank.
My issuing
your
bank.
Issuing bank.
but it can be on site that I receive the documents now, because that once that other bank, the German bank, has been paid, they will send the documents to the South African bank.
Yeah.
So it can either be that I receive the documents on site. I mean, I'm paying on site and I receive the documents, or then I agree with my bank that this is going to be paid over a period of time.
Okay.
But still, then
But the transaction is complete on
the transaction is complete on that
on
side.
the seller side.
Yes, on the seller side. But now I still have to do
With your bank.
with my bank. I think I got it. There's something I missed. Like, I know there's a confirming bank book, but I don't know. But for the most part, if there's a 20 mark question, I will get like 15.
Well,